Hello everybody and welcome to a new update about the state of development of Chessout. So what we will talk about today? We will talk about the Chessout Swar integration, and this time we will focus on how to bring data from a Swar tournament into Chessout. So we'll have an introduction, which is this one, and then we will move on to talk about how do you export data from Swar and what are the requirements so you successfully bring the players and the games into Chessout, and of course also how to export. And then we'll move on to the interesting part, which is the import one. So we talk about the requirements and how to import the players, the games, and how to import the results. And of course, we will talk about how to provide a better chess tournament experience to the people that are willing to play, have friends that play, and also interested in players that play. And then at the end, we'll talk about what's coming out next in Chessout. So let's get started. I guess we already had the introduction. We can move on to export. So. Export requirements. I have my Windows machine here, and all you need to do in order to be able to successfully export your players from Swar into Chessout is, for the moment, have updated the national ID. If a player doesn't have a national ID, it's fine. We can do like I did here. Basically, all these IDs are invented by myself, and they just need to match the third-party ID from the Chessout. So as long as you have your players with a filled-in national ID, it will work. All the players from the tournament need to have an ID. If not, it will not work. Okay. A little word about how Chessout exports. You need to use this button in order to export the data, but it will export at the current state that the tournament is. Swar tells you here ranking after round 2. So when you actually export using the export button JSON, we're just going to export it now. So you write the name, then export. I'm just going to move it to downloads. It actually is Swar. What it does, it exports all the players and all the games from the tournament until the current round. So if I'm opening, there are not enough players. If I'm opening the state of this tournament here, you will see. So you will have the ranking at the current round, which is the round 2, and also you will have the games from round 1 and 2. So that's it for the export. And in order to facilitate getting the data into Chessout, I recommend just upload the file that you're using Drive. It's the easiest way. So I'm just gonna do it here, just to do a live demo. I hope it will work. All the time when we do live demos, something happens. Let's just hope it's not gonna be too messy this time. All right, so we export our file here, which is the JSON, and well, to be easier to open it, I'm just gonna put it in this temp. I already have a couple of files that I played with, but let's just also do this one, and it's up there. That's all that you need to do for the export. And now we can move to the interesting part, which is importing data. We need to shut down the machine. I just want to shut it down. Oh boy, Windows update. I'm not gonna wait for this. Luckily, it's a virtual machine. There you go. Bye. I need to wait until this machine saves the entire state, and then I can start my virtual my Android device. So there you go. I'm just waiting for the application to start. It should start up automatically once it finishes compiling the code. And voila. Now I have this, if you don't use the application for a very long time, it takes a while to initialize, connect to the backend and initialize all the services. But once a certain user has started once, it will be way faster the next launches of the application. So it's loaded, that's it. Even if it's not that, doesn't have that much to wait. All right, how to import a tournament? Actually, let's see if we missed something. So we talk about like export requirements, and also we talk about like how to export, and that's it. So export requirements, you need the national ID in Swar to be filled out, and we are done with the export. Now let's move on with the import. So well, actually this list is really useful. Import requirements. Okay, now you need to, you can only import, of course, for the clubs that you are an admin. And so from your clubs, as you see, this one is the default club. When you import for that club. And also when you create a tournament, also for the default club if you're the admin. And also in the dashboard here, the players that you see right now, they are the players in that tournament. To make sure that you can import the players in a certain tournament, you need to open the players. I'm just going to put myself here. This is Bogdan. And you can just click on the update maybe. And you have this field here. Well, I'm like 10,001, which if it doesn't have data is third-party ID. So you just need to make sure that you match this value with the one in Swar. I cannot open them in the same time because incompatibility between the emulator and VirtualBox. But that is what you need to do. So once you have that ID set up here properly, you are set to go to import that particular player from tournament. So in order to import a tournament, let's just create a tournament. I'm just going to go to tournament and I'm just going to say import demo. Just for ease, I'm just going to copy the same information. It's going to be online tournament and it's going to have 7 rounds. And okay, the tournament created. And by the way, a very nice feature of Chessout, when you create something like a tournament or generate new rounds, the information also will show up in the home thread. So whoever follows that particular tournament, it will see this information right here, and they can go straight from that menu to the tournament. All right. Now, tournament players. Now, you can also add tournament players like this, but we don't want that. We want to add them using Swar. So there's the menu, import from Swar, and this is not updated. Brainishek. Well, I can refresh. There you go. So where's the demo? This is the file that I just exported right now. So fingers crossed. Let's just pick this one. Hey, it worked. That's the list of tournaments. A list of players imported from the tournament. So what is up next? So the import requirements we discussed is the foreign ID needs to match the national ID in Swar. And how to import? It's quite simple. Go to the tournament, players, and you use the navigation menu on top. So we discussed also about this. And now how to import games? Well, very similar with the players. Now that you have, now that your tournament has players, you can just go back and go to navigation round. And now for whatever the Swar does a better job for like compiling games information. In the file that it exports all the games. So I'm able, even if you export your game from like the 4th round and you messed up something in the 3rd round, because I can detect the games, I can I can scan the games for the whole rounds. It's easy for Chessout to, even if you have a 4th round game, to update the games from the 1st round. So you go here, import rounds from Swar, and I'm still going to use this one, and that's the games from the 3rd round. And as you see, this round comes with the results, but I have here an item that how to provide a better chess tournament experience. What I am recommending you to do is once you have managed to pair the players for that round, is to publish the on Chessout the rounds, and then when you actually update a certain game like this one or set results, it's not implemented yet, but it's coming up. I will have the option of like whoever is interested in following that particular player to send them a notification. Not it's already useful because when you update a game here, it instantly updates on all devices that are looking at the game in real time. But also you have the option in the future of like notifying the persons interested in certain players automatically. So a small example is like that. I will just import this version of the 1st round, because this version contains games with no results. So as you see, they are the same games, but there are no results. So when you update later on the game, the person interested in that game is able to get a notification. Next, let's see what's next. Import the games we just talked about and import the results. All right, let's talk about importing results. Also in the same menu you have the standings. The reason why there are results here is because the previous game the results were updated by Chessout when I updated the game initially. But if you have a certain setup which you cannot choose right now in Chessout, and you want the standings from Swar, you can, even if you have results here or not. I'm gonna demo for the next round with no results for the 2nd round. You just go and you import the. So now for this one you need to be careful because Swar does not export for each round the standings. Like when you export, that's only one set of standings that it gets. So you need to know what file to import for what round. And for this one, I'm just gonna pick export one results. Okay, this one has the results from the 1st round. So that's the standing from this one. It's really fast, but trust me, you'll see it how it behaves on the 2nd round. So how to provide a better chess tournament experience is mainly focused on like importing the games as they are sorry. Oh yeah, it revolves around importing the games in the when they are available in pairings in Swar. So you have the option of updating the game results here. Also, you also have the option of like having multiple arbiters, and they both update the games in the same time, and you'll see exactly what information gets updated. Now, the next point. How to import the provide a better game experience, and beta game experience is basically revolves around like using Chessout to publish the results once they come available. And I promise that I also will show you how to import the standings for a round. So here we don't have any standings because the games are not with the round. You see the games in round 2, they are not imported, so I will import the games for the round 2. So I will import them also with the results. So this is the round 2 with the results, and because I haven't modified any of the results, this standings here is empty, but you can also import the standings from the same file. Import the standings, so second round, and that's the standings for the second round. I'm only picking up the rank, the initial rank, the number of points that the player has, and the Buchholz points. And what is up? What is next? Well, next in Chessout, if depending on the feedback, if you decide that it's better to focus on something else, I would really like to tackle the notification, so I can follow my kids, and when the arbiter updates a game, I know, yes, my son won a game, and if it doesn't, it's fine, alright, we're gonna go for an ice cream and have fun anyway. So thank you all for watching. Go out, play chess, stay safe, and have fun with Chessout. Bye!